Hello Aquarius and welcome to my channel Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements looking at your connection between you and the person that you are dealing with and are needing to learn the most from right now. We'll be pulling for all three sides of the connection, so we'll look at your energy toward it, their energy toward it, and the energy in between it. The concept being that there are three sides to every story, so we'll be looking at your version of the truth, their version of the truth, and this higher level unbiased truth in the middle. This middle section we'll be looking at what is the deeper purpose of the connection and the best way for you to move forward in order to align further with your higher self. Friendly reminder that these are general readings and they are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So do please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and to leave what does not. On that note, and especially if you are a cross watcher, just know that this whole reading can be reversed. If that is the case for you, that is totally fine and totally normal. Again, the point is to take what helps and leave what doesn't. Last thing is that any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading or coaching session with me or on my upcoming How to Attract the Love That You Deserve workshop can be found in the description box below. All right, Aquarius, let's jump on in and see what we've got here. We're going to start with looking at overall energy through oracle cards first. So we're going to look at your energy toward the connection, their energy toward it, and the energy in between the connection with oracle cards. And then we'll dive deeper into the reading with tarot as we progress. But first, we're going to start here, Aquarius, with looking at your side of the connection to the person you are dealing with and are needing to learn the most from right now. This is Aquarius's side of this connection. Ooh, feels like a specific card. Trapped. Maybe that needed to be specific. Oh my goodness. Trapped is the first card out here. I feel like in this connection, and grief and sadness. In this connection, but then on the bottom you have dream come true. So what once felt like a dream come true turned into this grief and sadness card. And I feel like you're feeling really stuck and trapped here because it feels maybe as if you've lost the opportunity of having what it is that you deserve and desire. You haven't, but I can understand why it would feel like that, especially because I feel like this connection, it did not pan out the way that you expected. And I feel like you're feeling really stuck in like, well, what if nothing is ever as good? Because of how amazing things felt there for a second. Let's look at this person's energy toward you. I feel like that trapped card really needed to come out for some reason. Just feeling stuck, feeling trapped, and the experience of not having what it is that you want here. Sparks. Sparks, this is like a spark, and this is what this card always reminds me of, a spark that never becomes a flame. It never fully develops. But I want to get one more here to see what this is talking about. This person's energy toward Aquarius. It feels like this person didn't give this connection, triggered with shattered, didn't give this connection a chance to develop, a chance to grow. You know, on the bottom there is growth here. And it feels as if, because this shattered card, I feel like is this energy that this person brought into this connection. This isn't the energy that they're, like this isn't new energy for them. I feel as if they have, it's like they have these deep-seated feelings of being like broken or unlovable or not good enough. And I feel as if they, because with this triggered card, it feels like something happened that kind of triggered this in them. And it feels like they chose distance and, coldness over like repair. Like they allowed their trigger to become their truth, right? Like they saw or felt something that made them feel like, that sparked these feelings of I'm unlovable, I'm not good enough. I don't want to get hurt. So I feel like they either walked away or they did something to sabotage this. Pushing you to walk away. I don't know. I do feel like there is separation here. If not, I mean, things are definitely different than they once were. Like if there's not full-blown separation. Truth of the connection here between Aquarius and this person. I said I felt like it was in separation. On the bottom you have separation. Optimism to separation. I feel like this connection took an unexpected turn. I feel like it was headed in a good direction. Yeah, because underneath separation is that dream come true card again. It took an unexpected turn. I'm going to take that separation card, but I'm going to see what else comes out here. Friendship. I feel like you both really valued, like even if this was more than a friendship, I feel like you both really valued each other's place in the other's life. Like both people really valued the other. Which is why I feel like this energy is so difficult to deal with, because there was really genuine connection here. But let's just see. Let's see if we can dive into kind of the deeper energies of what took place here. Overall theme of this reading here for you, Aquarius. Something that's showing up in that. I don't know what this is. It must be, oh, it's on my, it's on my camera screen. Overall theme of this reading. Some people never change. Interesting. Whoa. Allow for time and space. Ignoring the pain. And any of you still miss me. Interesting. Okay. I feel like when it came to this connection, it feels as if you... that's complicated. Because it feels as if you can recognize that how things were unfolding here didn't align with what you deserve, but there's also this hope or holding on to the potential, which kind of had you ignoring the pain, like pushing things to the side or being like, oh, this is okay, or that's okay, or whatever. Especially, I don't feel like this connection is in full-blown separation. I saw that separation card. I know we both saw it. It's there. But I feel like there's like a distance, like an emotional distance, or things are different. But I don't know if there's just like a full-blown, like no communication separation. There could be. But I feel as if you and this person are still very connected. And I feel as if there's a lot that you've struggled with in this connection that you've tried to kind of ignore or push past, like for the sake of making this work, because I feel like you have such strong feelings for this person. And, you know, ultimately you're hoping that things will change. But I feel as if this has been like hurting you for a while, maybe. It feels like it's been affecting you for a while. Okay, Aquarius' side, grief and sadness with trapped. Aquarius' energy toward the person they are dealing with. They're needing to learn the most from right now. I can't tell whether it's, and I feel like this is where you stand. It's the Hangman, and I can't tell if it's in reverse or upright. And it's like, I don't know whether to hold on. I don't know whether to let go. And I feel like this is where you feel trapped, because if you're like, if I let go, because with the Five of Pentacles, it's like, if I let go, am I missing out on what could really be here? Like, but if I hold on, like holding on still hurts. It hurts because I'm not receiving what I need from this. So I feel like that's where you feel trapped, it feels like a lose-lose here. I'm not saying it actually is a lose-lose. I'm saying to you, the perception that you have and the feelings that you have feel like a lose-lose, which your experience is absolutely valid. But I feel like there's more to what this reading is trying to bring forth. But yeah, I feel like it's like, you're unhappy with where things are at, but you don't want to let go of what could potentially be. Aquarius' side here. The sun, when things are good, they're really good in this connection. And when things were good in this connection, I feel like it was really, really good. And maybe that's why you were struggling so much, is it's like, well, that was, this is the best I've ever had or best I've ever experienced. Like, I've never felt that way before. I've never experienced that before. So I feel like for you, there's such a fear of like missing out on that potential. Aquarius' side of the connection. Ten of Wands in reverse. You carry a lot of empathy for this person. But then you have the Devil on the bottom here. You carry a lot of empathy and a lot of understanding for them. And I feel like you see them through a really loving lens. Even when you're frustrated, like even when you're upset, I still feel like you see them through a really loving lens. And I feel like you've wanted to really be there for them and support them, and maybe you've done that. And I feel as if you've poured so much into this connection, into this person, that it's hard for you to let go, not just because of what they've given you or like the good times that like you've experienced with them, but also because I feel like you really man, you deeply care about this person. It's really beautiful energy, but I just feel as if it's become harmful for you. Let's get more here. I mean, there's a lot of unconditional love kind of pouring out of this right now. But remember, unconditional love and unconditional empathy does not equal unconditional tolerance, right? Like, we can understand someone and why they do the things that they do, but it doesn't mean that you're meant to tolerate it. Aquarius' side of the connection. Whoa, there's the Devil again, the Seven of Swords. The Strength in reverse. I don't feel like you realize how much this is impacting you, because I feel like over time, this connection's really dimmed your light. It's taken away your confidence, because I feel like so much of your effort has been to like get back to how things once felt. And you're holding on to that. Like, oh, if we could just get back to the beginning or get back to how things were, at this time in the connection, then it would be so good. It was so good. So if we could just make that happen. Like, I feel like that's been so much of your intention here, but it's been, like I said, kind of dimming your light in the process, because it feels like you're pouring so much but receiving, not what you deserve, and that's affecting you greatly. And I don't even know if you really know how much it really is affecting you here. This Devil card, this represents some sort of an attachment. An attachment is created when we believe that a certain outcome is the only way for us to be happy, loved, abundant, to experience what we deserve. And the attachment that you've created to this person is the only way I can have the love that I deserve and desire is if it's with this person. I feel like, that could have been like, I see this a lot with the whole twin flame concept, or when we label someone as a soulmate, we make the label of the connection more important than the experience of the connection itself. So even if we're struggling or suffering, it's like, well, it's a twin flame or it's a soulmate, therefore it's worth it because of the potential of what this could be. And I feel like you've attached your happiness, your ability to be loved, to this person changing. So every time they don't change, it feels like it takes away your hope of being able to experience that love. So I feel like spirits trying to shift you in a direction of taking your power back a little bit, because I do feel as if this has made you feel really powerless, because again, you have poured so much and have felt like it didn't matter. But let's see what's going on here with this person. Shattered with sparks here. This person's energy toward you, Aquarius. Okay. This person's energy toward Aquarius. Woo! Ace of Cups in reverse. Which is right out of the gate like a lack of being honest with oneself. This person's energy toward you, Aquarius. I don't know what that's about yet. Three of Cups. It feels like they desire this connection in their life. Like because again, it goes back to deeply caring about you, but it feels like, because the energy that they show up with is very, like I said, it's kind of like, maybe it's hot, cold, it's wishy-washy, and like I said, maybe you see glimpses of, things are good. But how they show up isn't what it is that you deserve. So why, okay, hang on, 9 of Wands. They're holding themselves back from love. 9 of Wands with the 2 of Cups. This person's energy toward you, Aquarius. Here's the thing that is really important, and I'm going to say this before I talk more about kind of what's going on here. Is you don't just deserve somebody who wants to be in your life or wants to be in a relationship or a friendship or whatever. You deserve somebody who is actively putting in the effort to show up in that relationship in the way that you deserve. Okay. 9 of Wands, 2 of Cups, 8 of Swords, Page of Wands, 6 of Wands in reverse. So this is very like bare minimum energy here. And I feel like you've been really grieving the version of them that they were at the very beginning of this connection. Now it's interesting because with this 8 of Swords, it feels like, so I'm kind of seeing this 8 of Swords as this continuation between the 9 of Wands and the 2 of Cups. Like, and this felt like one message. And to me, I'm reading this as they hold themselves back from love and they keep themselves trapped in the experience of not having the love that they actually desire. And they do this because I feel like they push it away or they sabotage it in some way. Because deep down they carry, and then the Page of Wands. I mean, this is kind of validating what I saw at the very beginning. This Page of Wands is all about inner child energy. I feel like they carry a lot of this inner child wounding, beliefs around unlovableness and not being good enough for love. And they show up in that energy of not really actually allowing themselves to have the love that they deserve. Like they like I said, they push it away or, they sabotage it, which is almost like this self-fulfilling prophecy, but then they go right back to desiring it. So they desire the connection, but the pattern and the behavior stays the same. And I think that that's where it's starting to affect you greatly, is because you maybe know deep down like that they do care, or that that they do have feelings for you or whatever. And so maybe because of that, you've let a lot of things slide because you're like, oh, I know they care about me, or I know that they love me or whatever. But then the behavior doesn't back it. The behavior is very wishy-washy. It's very, not really letting things develop, emotionally unavailable, things of that nature. And the thing that is, I think, where things get a little red flaggy is the Ace of Cups in reverse. And I see why it started this side of the message out with this card, because this Ace of Cups in reverse is, not being honest with oneself and being very disconnected from one's own emotional experience, which is where things start to get frustrating, because it's like they might not be able to fully recognize how what they're doing isn't okay. Like, it's not aligned with what you deserve. And so no matter how much you try to tell them, no matter how much you try to explain to them, if this person is so rooted in trying in this, trying to protect themselves from getting hurt, or like, because here's the thing. When we believe that we're deeply unlovable or undeserving of love, or that we're broken, right? When we carry these beliefs within us, we are never going to really allow those parts of ourselves to experience the love from another person, because we don't love those parts of ourselves. We believe that there are things inherently wrong with us, so we reject those parts of ourselves. So we believe other people are going to as well. So we don't ever let anybody fully in. We don't let people see beyond, the persona that we put on, or the mask, the ruse that we put on, if you will. And when there's this deep feeling of brokenness, we believe, like, okay, if I let somebody get too close, they're going to see that I'm not good enough. They're going to see that I'm not deserving. They're going to see that I'm unlovable. So instead of letting someone get too close, as soon as things start to get close, as soon as things start to get serious, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create distance. So I can keep that push and pull going, because it means that if I keep that push and pull going, they never get too close, which means, they'll never, see this brokenness inside of me. And the thing is, and one of the most important things we have to remember is that 95% of our movements, choices, and decisions stem from our subconscious. Only 5% of the way we interact with our reality is conscious level decision making. 95% stems from our subconscious wiring. So they might not even be aware that they're doing this. And this is the thing, like, a lot of people are living in an unconscious place where they're responding to their emotional experience or responding to limiting beliefs, and not aware that they're doing that, and then they play the victim and they go, well, why can't I have the love that I deserve, or why does it never work out, or whatever. And it's like, well, because you're pushing it away. You're not allowing it to fully develop. So this person expects relationships to fail. They expect themselves to get hurt because they carry this belief that that is what they deserve. So what they do is they push away any opportunity for them to actually experience it. And I think that, even if the love is real, and this is one of the most important things we have to remember, is that love, somebody loving us and somebody being able to love us in the way that we deserve, are two very different things. It's the difference between somebody who wants to run a marathon and, trains for a marathon. Because if you just want to run a marathon, but you don't do the work to show up and to train and to run, to get in shape to run the marathon, you're going to show up on marathon day and you're probably going to fail, right? You're not going to be able to make it. It's the same thing. If you say you want love, but you don't do the work, you don't do the healing, you don't work on what you need to work on within to grow and show up in healthier ways in your relationships, the relationship is going to fail. And you're going to, if you affirm like, oh, it's just because I'm broken or I'm unlovable or whatever, then you're just furthering that belief that's going to further the sabotage. And I feel like that's what's happening with this person. It's this cycle that they're in of making decisions to sabotage connections, because they have this wounded, driven behavior here of, pushing people away, not letting people get too close, even though the desire is very real. And I think that Spirit is asking you to understand that if this person were to ever, if they were to ever be what you deserved, it's because they had done some serious work on themselves, because this inner child wounding that they carry, it drives, I feel like, a lot of people in their life away. I don't feel like this is just like something that's happening with you. Like, I feel like this is something that they have dealt with in relationships a lot in their life. So there's a lack of healing here, which it's hard, because I feel like all you want to do is love them and be there for them, right? Care for them. But they literally won't let you. They won't let you love them. They won't let you get close enough, because they're keeping that at a distance. So I feel like I'm going to actually keep both these cards because I feel like that's an important message. I feel like Spirit is asking you to, you have this allow for time and space to make sure that, your primary focus isn't like, how can I love this person? How can I be there for this person? Because you want to make sure that you're not hurting yourself in the process. Because again, I think having empathy for other people's experience is really important because we can understand, okay, they're showing up like this in this relationship, not because of me, but because of where they're at in their life. But there's always something on our side that needs to be addressed too. And when we're attracting people into our life who aren't able to love us in the way that we deserve, it's typically a sign that, there's some sort of wounded driven cycle that's in our life too. So I feel like understanding where this person is coming from can help you make better decisions, healthier decisions. And also, Spirit wants you to know that the love that you deserve doesn't require you to suffer. And I feel like that's really important for somebody out there to know. The love that you deserve is on the other side of the cycle of believing you have to suffer for love. And I think that this represents a pretty heavy cycle in your life. And I feel like Spirit's trying to bring that cycle to the surface so that you can address it and heal what needs to be healed so you can break it. So we're going to dive way more into this in the extended. You have optimism with separation. We're going to look at ultimately the deeper purpose of the connection and the best way for you to move forward in alignment with your higher self. So I'm going to pull more tarot, looking at the truth of the connection. Then I've got an advice card to pull for you at the very end. Before I hop on over to the extended, I just want to reiterate that I am hosting a How to Attract the Love You Deserve workshop on February 20th at 6 p.m. Central Time. This workshop is live. However, if you want to be a part of it, but you cannot make it live, any tickets are available. With the ticket also comes the replay and the material sent out the next day. The other thing that I wanted to mention is I might put this replay of this workshop up for sale on my website after the fact, like after the workshop and the replay, but I will raise the price to make it fair for anybody who purchased a ticket ahead of time. So just keep that in mind. If you can't make it happen right now, there might be a chance later, but that information is at the very top of the description box below. All right. Thank you so much, Aquarius, as always, for your support of my channel. I do obviously hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing and all of the wonderful things you deserve and desire on your journey moving forward. All right. Bye, Aquarius.